All right. You read the diet book. For your body type, I think you're a cool and dry type. You might be cool damp, but more likely cool dry. And by looking at chapter 3, characteristics, maybe you could weigh out as a whole between dry versus damp. For now, you read the food list for cool dry. Now, two things to think about. One, you don't eliminate. You reduce by half or 2/3 of current intake because it's a threshold. If you're under the threshold, it's nutritious, it's fine long term, it's not a problem. So this is not elimination diet. You don't need to. Besides, you would have taken to the hospital by now if it's that straightforward. Okay. So again, it's about threshold. Under the threshold, you're fine. And the other is these are common food ingredients, and your food intake is not restricted to those. If there are ingredients that are not listed there, it's likely because it's good for everybody. It's like neutral, okay, or almost everybody. It's nothing that's 100%, right? That means it's a adjustment diet rather than being a restriction diet. So keep that in mind, that this is that flexible, and that you could add more ingredients to this, and perhaps there were ingredients that are favorable to you and you haven't had much of those, like for example root vegetables, likely, right? So then it opens up new ingredients at the same time. Question about any particular food ingredients or concept or thought that's written there?
Apple does affect my acid reflux. I
Okay,
forgot to mention
all right.
that.
Is it fresh apple or is it cooked apple?
Fresh apple.
Yeah. Okay. The red types tend to be most reactive to chemicals overall. You know, those people, they just have this weird sensation after they eat out, or there's food additives, enhancers, preservatives, a little bit of chemicals here and there. They don't feel good. Or with the medication, they have this weird reaction, and they're very sensitive, and it seems like they're like that all across. And that happens to be the red body type. Okay. Apple, if you cook, then some chemicals either get reduced or eliminated because plants have their own natural defending chemicals in there. And for most people it's alright, but some people it's not. Maybe you're saying it in that category. Does that help? Let's say it's processed, it's cooked, and like for example, like the apple cider vinegar. That's an essence of apple, and it's got a lot of probiotic. Does that give you a problem?
Well, it's not fun going down.
Oh, because of the taste?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that too.
I tried that many times for my acid reflux. I take a swig every morning.
And it affected your acid reflux, or it just didn't want to go?
I didn't know if it was helping or not.
Oh, because it's acidic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want to correlate a direct line like that. You know that saying, point A to point B, not necessarily a straight line. Okay. Yeah. All right. So then, just because it's acid doesn't mean it's bad for you.
Right.
Okay. And we also gotta put this in too. Sweet. There's tongue sweet, head sweet, body sweet. Okay, we're referring to body sweet here. Tongue sweet is like putting sugar water in baby's mouth. Which baby is not gonna smile? Okay, and which kid is not gonna want to have Chick cereal for breakfast or Lucky Charms? Okay, it's all sugar. And then head sweet is more like comfort food, home food, or holiday food. We seem to have holiday every month, right? So then we're having holiday food every day almost. And kids, they get together, they have these like hamburger fries and pizza. It's convenient, it's fun, it's tasty, and they don't seem to be impacted, right? But over time, it affects the body, and still the brain is thinking, it's good.
Comfort food.
Yes. Okay. And then there's body telling you. I think page 38 is telling you like the symptoms that you look for, and that indicates health and well-being, and that elevation of yourself. and lessening of issues is what the body's saying related to health, being sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when the digestion is good, you have this this cool sweet flavor in the mouth, but there's no sugar in the saliva. It just tastes all right. Okay. And so that's also another indicator that it's good for the body. Does that help a bit? Okay. All right. Any other thoughts of any food ingredients?
Oh yeah, just reading, more on the Epoch Times, the videos, how hypothyroidism, there are foods that are not beneficial, being Brussels sprouts and the broccoli, the cabbage type things.
Sure. Okay, this is the reason why they said. Perhaps there are two reasons. One is there's a identified biomolecular reason, and the other is it's common in certain group of people. I call it in body type. Okay. So individually, how do you know? Because anybody could have hypothyroidism. So then, if broccoli and cauliflower and lettuce are good for them, and somebody's saying it's bad for them, that doesn't make sense for that individual.
Within moderation, I would say, yes.
Well, sure. Okay. Yeah, moderation, right? What does that mean exactly either? Yeah. So then it says broccoli, cauliflower, kale, chard, not good for you. Lettuce and cabbage, not good for you. So what they're saying correlates with the common population finding.
Right.
Okay. And you happen to be in that category. Right. So then you don't eliminate, but you could reduce. So
Right, I do.
Yeah, you have room to put in something that's even better. Or that's better. Okay. Any other thoughts?
No.
Okay. All right. So then again, all across, reduce the negative harmful foods, reduce by half to 2/3. But if you don't want to reduce some, you don't have to. But there are stronger ones like gluten that you want to reduce those anyway, and you want to reduce gluten anyway because they're not as active as 100 years ago. You don't want to eat like they did 100 years ago. Yeah. And ketogenic diet is more appropriate for dry body types. They do way better with less carb than the damp body types. So that's also another reason why you want to lower on carbs. Okay. So does that give you a little idea on how to put stuff together? Because you don't have, there's no rule that you have to combine foods in a certain way.
No.
As long as it's palatable.
Right.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
That's a nice start.
Yeah, I actually have black beans every day. Pretty much black beans
legumes,
every day.
right. And he's recommending that the nuts are good
But
for
the
you?
egg, I put hard-boiled egg in my salad along with black beans.
Alright. Eggs. Egg whites, I've seen the cold types being intolerant with them. I've never seen, from my recollection, warm types being bad with the egg whites. Egg yolk is a little concentrated, so you don't have too much of it anyway.
I have 2 eggs almost every day.
Yeah, so then
in
have
my salads.
up to 4 eggs a week. And then you get to replace with some other protein that's better for you. Okay, like chicken is the best. Beef is fine. You're omnivore, you eat everything? Okay, yeah. Beef is fine. Bison, buffalo. Okay.
If I go hunting,
lamb.
those sound great.
Okay, so those are all good. So you got plenty of protein there for you, and also nuts. I gotta be careful because some people they're not good with nuts. But the dry types are good with nuts.
Yeah,
and if you haven't had a problem with those. Okay, you don't have hay fever, right?
I have allergies.
Okay.
Almost all year.
All right, hay fever almost all year. Hay fever.
Everything that grows outside. I did a skin check when I was in my 20s, and I'm allergic to everything that grows.
See, there you go.
Including mold and cat dander.
You said skin test? Skin test?
I did that like over 20
What
years.
about IgG test or the blood test? No?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I was following
So,
a blood type diet
allergic
25 years ago or so.
many environmental allergens. Negative, not good with many environmental
Yeah, camping is probably not fun.
allergens. And that also, again, remember I said that some types are not good with variety all across. So, and again, that you may be a red type, dry, cool type, because of this information. Okay. Well, you want to quiet that down anyway, right? When your body's healthier, you cannot get rid of it, but you could quiet it down.
Yeah, therefore, I take a nightly allergy pill over the counter for over 20 years. That's a whole other. That's what helps me sleep.
Nightly OTC allergy pill for 20 years. Okay. So then that part you don't have to reduce. Okay, we go step by step, and over time you see that the hay fever is less. Then you're getting a holistic benefit. Okay, good. We talked a lot here. I feel like my brain is.
Your brain is spinning. My brain is spinning.
All right.